dog, what's your IG? Pop your IG in there real quick.
Whenever I finished a long day's work, I was becoming more like the type of person who could work for 5 years without reward. And that would be part of the story I would someday tell.
What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how to automate clipping long form videos into short form videos, and also automate posting them to Instagram and TikTok. And you can use it for any platform that you want, but I'm just choosing Instagram and TikTok. It's a pretty good use case. Clipping or clippers can make quite a bit of money nowadays. So if it is something that you wanted to do, then this would be a pretty good automation to use. If you guys want the template or the automation, it'll be in the link down below in the school community. So check it out if you want it. Leave a like if you guys like the video, you learned something. Comment anything about the video or anything else you guys might want to see. And if you guys want to see some more stuff around, AI automations and tools, then just hit subscribe. I'll show you a full demo, and then I'll show you how to create the automation. So now we may as well just go through a full demo. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this video here, getting danced on from this Morgan J fella. So I'll hit copy video URL. I'll come back to our sheet here and I'll just paste it in here. And I'll hit clip. So now what the automation is going to do is it's just going to grab that video and just going to analyze the long form video for us, find some viral moments, and then create shorts out of those viral moments for us. Okay, and so now it's created our shorts for us, but now it's just exporting the shorts for us so that we can store it in our sheet. So let's wait for that to be ready. So now if we come back to our sheet, you can see it's now being clipped and we've got our videos here. And if we check our shorts sheet here, you can see that we've got those videos here as well. So if we check this one, if we check this one as well,
What's your IG? Pop your IG in there real quick. Oh my, I won't say that, okay? She's getting a divorce, you just told me that, it's crazy.
okay, you can see we've got a virality score here as well. So I think we'll just post this one that was 90. So we'll hit post. Now what this workflow is going to do is it's going to pick up that short for us and post it to Instagram and TikTok. And so if we come back and check the sheet, you can see that it says that it's been posted. So let's check that out. So here it is on TikTok.
Pop your IG in there real quick. Oh my, I won't say that, okay?
And here it is on Instagram.
She's getting a divorce, you just told me that, it's crazy.
Okay, so to get started, you just want to create your sheets. So you just need a column for your long format video. And then I've just got a checkbox for the video that I want to clip. And then the status of the video, if it's clipped or not. So clipped or unclipped. And then just a column to put the shorts in. And then I've just got another sheet here. So it'll be these shorts, but they'll have their own row with their own caption. And then if you want to post it, then we'll just hit the checkbox for post. And then the status will obviously put out if it's been posted or if it's ready to be posted. I'll just use this video again. So Joe Rogan on addiction and wasting your life. So I'll just hit copy video URL and I'll just paste that in there. And then if we want to clip it, then we just need to hit the checkbox. But we haven't set up the automation yet, so we need to head over to N8N. And if you don't know what N8N is, it's just like an automation platform. In this case, it's going to help us automate the process of clipping the videos and also posting the videos. It's not fully automated. We still got to put in our video URL and hit clip and hit post, but the main parts is automated. But anyways, log in or create an account. Once you're in, just hit create a workflow and you'll be on a page like this. You just want to hit add first step. And for now, we're just going to use this trigger manually trigger and hit plus again. And then search up sheets. So Google Sheets and hit get rows in sheet. So I'm just going to connect the sheet that I just created. And so once you've connected that, then you just want to hit add filter. And then the column will just be clip. And then the value will be true. So what this means is that if the checkbox is checked, then it'll pick up that row or those rows only. And I forgot to mention, if you're using N8N from the cloud, then you should be able to just log in. If you're self-hosting, then you have to create a Google Cloud project. I just posted a video on how to connect it up, so watch that if you need to. But anyways, once you're all set up, we'll just hit execute step. And you can see it's picked up row number 5 here. And it'll do the same if you have multiple videos you want to clip. So if I choose this other one as well, Then we hit execute step. You can see it's got 2 items now, and it's just row 4 and 5. But from there, we're gonna send a request. So search up request. This is just gonna be a post, and it's gonna be to Clap. So we'll head over to their website, and you can see it just turns videos into shorts. And the good thing about this is that it's on our pay per usage plan for the API, so I guess that's good. But anyways, once you come to the page, you need to just scroll down to the bottom and just hit API. And so you can see I've already got my API keys, but before you create your API key, you need to connect your card, so go ahead and do that. But once you've got that, just hit new API key. Now that you've got your API key, we'll go back to N8N, and in the request, it's just going to be a post. The URL is just going to be this. To be honest, their documentation isn't the best, so if we come here and we just go documentation, you can see it like tells us what we need, but it's not really as friendly as other documentation. But anyways, from here, we need to go send headers, and the name will just be authorization. The value will be bearer, so capital B, and then you need to paste in your API key. So come back to Clap, hit copy to clipboard, and just paste that in there. So from here, we'll just need to switch on send body, specify body using JSON, and then I'll just paste in what we need to put in. So all we need to do from here is in the source video URL is we just need to drag and drop the video URL from the sheet here. So drag and drop that in there. And then we can do the max clip count. So we could make these a variable as well. So if you wanted to make it like 2 clips, we'll just put 2 clips, and then the max duration would be how long it can be. So we'll leave it at 45 seconds. And then you got a style preset ID. So if we come back to Clap, you can see I've already made like a couple of videos. But if we check this one, this was like one of the first videos I made. And if we hit edit, if we like want to change how our shorts are being made, then we can obviously do that. So we'll go to style, and then we can change the font here. So say I wanted it to come out like this, and I think the font's a little bit too big anyway, so we'll just go like 60, and then you can make it as bold as you want. I might make it like italic. Oh no, that's a bit too thin. We'll just do bold italic, and then we'll make the color like purple or something. Yeah, that looks good. And so if I wanted to make this my style for all the videos I create, so I'd hit save. So you can update your current default preset, or you can save as a new one. I'll just hit save as new. And then if we click on presets down here, you can see we've got this new one here. Depending on the preset we want to use, we'll hit these 3 dots and we'll hit copy ID. And if we come back to N8N and we just paste that in there, all our shorts are going to be created in that style now. But yeah, from here, we'll just hit execute step. And what this is doing is it's sending a request to analyze the video for us. So I'll rename this to analyze video post and hit rename. And from here, you just have a wait node. So a wait node, probably have it at about like 15 seconds. We can just send that through for now. And then from here, what we do is we'd duplicate this request node, connect it up, and then just click on it, remove the body, and we just need to change the URL to this URL right here. So it'll be tasks, and then you need to drag and drop the ID. And so all this is doing is just getting the status of the video. So, and we just need to change the method to a get. And if you haven't already, just pin all these nodes here, and we'll just hit execute step. And so it's saying that the video is ready for us. So our next step will just be a switch, and we'll just drag and drop the status for the first one. The value 2 will just be ready, and add another routing rule. Copy and paste that expression, and for the second routing rule, it'll just be processing. So I'm just going to rename these outputs real quick. And basically what the switch node is doing for us is that if it's still processing, right, then it'll go down the processing route. And what we're going to do is reconnect it back to the wait node. So every time that it's still processing, it's just going to keep looping until it's ready. And then once it's ready, then it'll go through the ready route where we can then get the video analysis. So we'll duplicate this node again, connect it up to ready. And then actually instead of tasks, we're gonna replace it with projects. And then instead of JSON ID, it's gonna be JSON.output_ID. So let's send it through the switch. Then you can see it's gone through ready. And then if I just hit execute step here, you can see it's got all the analysis for us here. And I'll just go ahead and rename this to get video analysis. So now that we've got that, we can actually create the shorts, and you can see there's 2 items coming through. So it's going to create 2 shorts for us. So our next node is actually going to be another request. So we'll just duplicate this get video analysis node. So we can hit Control D and we'll connect it up, click on it. And we need to change the method back to a post because we're requesting for them to begin making the shorts. And we'll change the URL just to this. Sorry, actually, this has already created the short. What we're doing here is exporting the short so that we can obviously have access to them. So put your URL in and then just hit execute step. And we're basically just going to do the same thing. So we'll copy this and paste that in there. But for this URL, we're just going to paste this in. And all it is just the last URL with the JSON ID again after the exports. So this is getting the actual short for us. So I'm just renaming the node to getting exported short. And I'll rename this other node to exporting shorts. So I'll hit rename. So if we send that through, you can see that it's ready. But what we'll do again is we'll copy and paste this node. We'll connect it up to this last request node here. And we'll drag the processing route back to the wait node for if it's still processing. From here, we'll send it through the switch node. Oh, it's getting it again. That's why you need to hit P so it doesn't send it through again. So from here, we'll click on the plus for the ready. And there's going to be two pathways set up to this ready route. So it's going to be a pathway to add it to the long form sheet and a pathway to add it to where we're storing the shorts. Okay, so from the ready node, just hit plus and search up for the aggregate node here. So click on it. The input is this src URL. Just drag and drop that into the input field name. And if we execute step, it just aggregates the URLs for us so that we can store it together in the sheet. And then so from there, we'll just add it to the sheet. So search up Google Sheets. This one will be update row and sheet. Connect up your sheet. And the columns to match on will just be video URL. And you can just grab that from the get rows and sheet. So video URL, just drag and drop that back there. It's red right now, but don't worry about it too much. It's because it's pinned at the moment. But anyways, for the clip, we need to write in false and just change it to expression. And for the status, we can change that to expression as well and just write in clipped. And so for the shorts, just change it to expression. And I'll just paste in the expression here. And you can see that it's just going to put in the URLs neatly. So we'll hit execute workflow. And if we just check the sheet, then it's actually updated the other row, which I guess could be a problem, but maybe we need to have it filter on something else as well. You know what, let's just remove this one for now. And we'll send that through again, just for the tutorial. And if we come back, you can see that it's updated that one there. And if we want to check the shorts, copy it and paste it into a new tab.
And here you are, you're in your 30s and you're working a construction job and, you know, you fucking work all day in Boston in the winter. You're tired as shit when you get home. You don't want to go to band practice. Yeah. You get home at 6:30, you have dinner now at 7:30. You got to get up. Right. You got to get up in a few hours. Right.
And then now to put them into this sheet, come back to N8N. And from the ready node, we'll hit plus. Just search up loop. And this one will be loop over items. And you can see it's already connected from the ready node. But we're going to need to replace this. So we'll hit replace, and this will just be sheet. So Google Sheets, and we're just going to hit append row and sheet. And we'll click on it to configure it. Link up the shorts sheet now. So shorts from clipping. So if we just send that through, and you can see we got our short URL here. So all we need to do is drag and drop this src URL. For the caption, we'll just drag and drop this name right here. And for the post, turn that to expression. And we'll just have it as false. And for the status, we can just change it to expression, and we can just write in, I think it's ready. And so all this is going to do is that it's going to loop over however many items we have and just put it into the sheet for us. And actually, I think I'll come back to the sheet and I'll just add one more column in, and this one will just be virality score. So I think that's a pretty good metric to have, right? So I'll come back to N8N, I'll just hit refresh. And then from the video analysis node, I'll just grab this virality score here and just paste that in there. So I'll just hit execute workflow. And you can see it's looping over once. And it's going to loop over again. And then if we check our sheet, you can see that we've just got our shorts here.
And here you are, you're in your 30s and you're... See how he went off the rails and, we would be working together.
So now we need to set up the automation for the posting side. So it's pretty simple as well. But we'll come back to N8N and we'll hit a plus. And this one will just be a scheduled trigger. For the trigger interval, we'll just have it on minutes. I've just got it for 1 minute now because it's a tutorial and I don't want to wait that long. But from here, we're going to have another get rows and sheet. So I'll just duplicate this node from up here. We'll connect it up to the sheet. And we're going to connect our shorts sheet. So for me, that's shorts from clipping. And the column is just going to be post, I think. So check that post. And we need the value to be true. So if we come back to our sheet and I just want to post this one, then I'll hit execute step, and you can see it's gotten row number 3. So from here, what we need to do is hit plus and search up Blotato, and we need to hit upload media. And yeah, if you don't know what Blotato is, then it's basically a tool that people use for social media, but in this case we're going to be using it to automate our posting to Instagram and TikTok. So let's head over to Blotato, log in or create an account. It does cost about $30 a month. Once you're in, just come to the settings at the bottom left and just connect your Instagram and TikTok account or wherever you're going to post these videos. And then once that's done, come to API and just create your API key and copy it. And all you're going to need to do is just hit create credential, paste your API key in, and hit save, and that should be connected. But now to configure this upload media node, all we need to do is just drag the short URL and just drag it in media URL, and we'll just hit execute step. And this just does what it sounds like. It's uploading that video for us to be able to post it. Okay, and so all we need to do from here is just hit Control D to duplicate this node. We'll connect it up here, and then the resource is just going to be post. The operation will just be create, and the platform for this one will be Instagram. I'm just going to connect my Instagram account, and then for the text, we'll just grab the caption from the sheet here. So drag and drop that into text, and then the media URL will just be this URL from the upload media. And from here, we'll hit Control D again. We'll connect it up from the upload media. And for this one, the platform will be TikTok. And I'm just going to go ahead and connect my TikTok account. And then I'll just rename these to IG and rename this other one to TikTok and hit rename. Then our last node will just be another sheet node. So hit sheet. It'll be update row and sheet. And so we're going to need to post these videos to send them through. So I'll just hit execute workflow, and then I'll connect the TikTok up to the sheet as well. We'll just need to connect our shorts sheet up, and then the same thing. So the short URL will be what we'll match on, and we can just grab that from the get rows and sheet node. We can delete this caption, delete the virality score, and then for the post, that'll be an expression, and we can change that back to false. And then for the status, we can make that an expression as well, and that'll just be posted. So if we pin everything and just hit execute workflow and we check this, you can see that the one we posted is now posted. And if we check those social media accounts, you can see that the TikTok video has been posted, and you can see that the Instagram video has been posted. So now we may as well just go through a full demo.